Alright, you guys. 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 Alright, you guys.
Alright, you guys.
Alright, you guys.
Alright, you guys.
Alright, you guys.
Sorry about that. I'm always very, very loopy. Of course, I have everything all fucking sketched up. I lost my... I deleted my frickin' countdown clock for the midterms. Like a ding-dong. What's going on, you guys? I'm a little far away from the screen again. Bill says he forgot to thaw his ground beef. Meatless Thursday. I actually had a bunless burger, Bill. Bunless burger, mashed potatoes, and country gravy. Yeah, the little intro tune I had looping, but then I had YouTube open and the volume up, so it started getting a bunch of fucking over looping. You're welcome, Mac. Here's to you, brother. Bill says $5.99 a pound. That's probably about what we've been paying, Bill. So, I mean, I know most shit's more expensive out your way than over here, but I'm surprised that, well, are you like at a Sam's Club or something? We usually, I think that's where Mrs. V's been getting our ground beef. They come in these fucking square cryovac packages. Holy shit, it's really good quality. It's not red, right? It's purple, like fucking meat, good meat should be. So anyway, welcome to the stream, everybody. Mac and Darlene and Bill It looks like a few different bullies were here. Vons. That must be a local grocer. Laura, what up? I thought I might be doing one of my little review Trump speeches things. I don't know. Should we do it? His address to the troops today was pretty bonkers. I only listened to a few minutes of it. I actually recorded his. God, who was he? He sat having he had a presser with some other Western world leaders at like 2-3 this morning our time, right? Man, he was just going on about crazy shit about submarines and just his usual making up complete bullshit as he goes along, right? So maybe Trump is a little confused. He said that a submarine can stay underwater for 30 years. And the only reason it needs to come up is for food. This guy's special as fuck. So it can stay under for about 120 days at the most. It can go below surface, right? And stay below surface for up to 120 days. It can stay out to sea for about 15 to 20 years, meaning because of its power source, right? And that's our nuclear subs, obviously. He's such a fucking ding-dong, though. I just love pointing that shit like... But, and I know, the fucking Trumpers don't care. His supporters don't care what a fucking complete fucking mess he is. But it's like, just, really? Like, if Biden was sitting there fucking... If any... I've done it. Democrats, you know, if it's more than just fucking misspeaking, I'm going to point out what a fucking idiot they are. It's like, why? Nobody's asking you to be super charming and likable and all that. Just do your job and be like, don't speak on shit that you don't fucking know about. Hey Bear, be nice. What's up, ladies? So yeah, we had that. And then we had Trump, which I just caught a piece of addressing the troops and crying about his assassination attempt. And just, God, can you imagine if, like, I forget the fella's last name, but the guy that died in Pennsylvania there or whatever, the Trump supporter that was shot and killed. It's like, what if his family's fucking listening? You know, Trump's like, man, he took a hard hit. That Corey took a hard hit protecting his family. He's like, he wasn't protecting his family. He just fucking left his family hanging because he thought it was necessary to come out and fucking support a fucking traitor rapist. That's what he... do I, do I think it's a really bogus deal that guy got shot and killed? Of course I do. It's like going to, you know, maybe this isn't fair, but what do you expect? You go to a fucking riot at the Capitol on J6. I mean, some bad shit could happen to you, right? So that's how I look at it. um, he is just completely without any sort of social cues or understanding, emotional understanding whatsoever. So I thought that was pretty gross, He just went on, and it's like, why are you telling our troops this story, dumbass? You should be over there fucking thanking them, boosting their morale, not crying to them. I don't think they give a fuck that anybody tried to shoot you. I'm serious. None of us want to see that happen to any president, but it's not like it's a new thing that people hate our fucking leaders. We used to have a Piggly Wiggly's here in my county. I don't know. It was a grocery store that had changed names a billion times. It wasn't anywhere near me. It was kind of in the hood, actually. Bill says eating meat isn't an every Friday thing anymore. So said 2 popes ago. I keep telling the ex-Sunday school teacher. So, like, if you're Catholic, it was only not eating meat. Well, you could eat fish, right? You just couldn't eat. And how long was that? You guys need to straighten me out on this. Was it like 2 weeks where you can't eat red meat or some bullshit? So you guys like live off seafood or something for those 2 weeks? A Bear says when her parents moved to the Philly area, we were going out look somewhere and got lost. My dad asked some guy for directions, part of which was turn at the Wawa. B says she's seen a close-up of Cheeto's ear and not so much as a nick or scar on that ear. Oh, you mean like after the fact, right? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the ear is thin skinned, right? Or not a lot of fat. So it does, like, I think you guys have cut your ear just about any place. It'll bleed like hell, but... Yeah, hi, Lala. What up? What up, Lala? Bill says Donald's new plane is 5 years old. They've had it up for sale for 5 years with no takers. The one that they're supposedly trying to give him, Bill? Well, the Trump plane that he was flying on before, like during the campaign, right? Like, he had to quick have that thing fixed back up, didn't he? Like, it had to have a motor or an engine replaced or some shit. It sat in an airport or something like that with a tarp over it for the longest time, I believe. It's probably just sitting, and he'll be using Air Force One for the next 3.5 years or whatever. So Laura says the Lolita Express plane. Oh, maybe that was it, Laura. I don't know. I thought it was, yeah, I thought it was a Trump plane, but I would imagine the Lolita Express plane isn't going to sell no matter what shape it's in. It's nobody's going to want to own that, right? Unless they can get a really great deal on it, and then, yeah. A Bear says it may be lacking enough gold plating for Donald's liking. How does the stream sound, you guys? A little better than the mic last night? Oh, yeah. Much better. Mucho better. Yeah, last night wasn't bad. I got to use that other mic when I'm jamming out with my headphones on for you guys. Otherwise, I mean, just the way I got to have it set up, unfortunately. I still need to get a splitter. I took Roscoe out a little while ago before I set up the stream to help me mow the lawn, the rest of the lawn. That dog's something else. I let him out there without his chain because he's usually pretty good about staying in the yard. Sometimes he'll like to wander over to the neighbor's house where they got a dog, but he was out there running in circles for like 10 minutes, and next thing I know, he's on the fucking porch wanting back in. It's like, what is your problem? And I know he's not afraid of the lawnmower. He'll come right up by me. A Bear says she grew up with that too, Bill, but honestly, there was a lot of rejoicing in the A Bear family when that rule was dropped. Bill says, yeah, Fish Fry Fridays were big around my family, still are. I grew up with no meat on any Friday, but oh, I see. See, that's what I was wondering. I thought Lent was just for like a few weeks or something. I mean, obviously, I had to cook for it back in the day, right? But the only way it affected me was all of a sudden we had larger fish orders coming in from the fishmonger, and we were selling more of them. Yeah, I know. A Bear, I have some guilty pleasures. Me and Mrs. V do with some frozen fish fillets. I mean, there's decent ones out there. Is it as good as fresh fish? No, but it's a hell of a lot less of a mess trying to fucking beer batter. But as you guys know, I yap about a lot. We do a lot of, we deep fry bluegill around here at least every other month. Let me check my email a second. Human was going to send me some pictures of Jamera. His tortilla-doodly-doo. Mac, did you send me another email? Like like almost 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago that I missed somehow? I don't see an email from Human yet. Yeah, it says Tuesday, May 6th. Maybe that's the one that I'm using from you. I don't know. All right, no email from Human yet. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, y'all. You'd love to hear what it sounds like too. Let me I guess maybe you're saying I don't have that one. I suppose it's been 10 days. I'm really bad about checking my channel email cuz for the most part I don't usually get anybody writing me. It might take a minute, Matt. It's downloading, and then I'll have to go grab it and put it in a player. Yeah, on my end, right on. Yeah, it says, what do you think of this? Something about you made a little mistake at the beginning or something. But you're working shit out. Jim, what's up, brother? Cheers to you. Jim, how are you doing healing anyways? I hope you're getting there now. Come on in, all you lurkers. TV's feeling pretty mellow tonight. Our mods are always more than patient and rational and responsible. So come on in, lurkers. Give TV a thumbs up or down. Did they take the thumbs down away again? Oh no, it's still there. Give the stream a thumbs up or down. Share with those you love and those you don't. Subscribe, ring the all bell. Like I said, come in and tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what you think of Trump's Middle East tour here this week. Shh, Laura. I'm trying to coax them in. Don't come in and talk about Biden. Biden's old news. He's an old hat. Come in and tell us why why my grocery bill is fucking going through the roof still. Literally, like, we were buying these 10-pound bags of boneless, skinless chicken titties for $19.99, and they just went up to $26.99. That's 25% increase. That's more than 25% increase. I don't know. I said in the past I wasn't complaining about food prices, even though it's obviously someone like me, it affects our budget in the sense that we don't have to start cutting from anything else that we were doing or have to do, right? It's just now we have either, less money that we're putting away, or, we're maybe being more, we're never going to, I don't want to say eating less. It's not like, we're not people that eat just for out of boredom. And we don't, starve ourselves either, right? Like, I don't want anybody to think that like TV is struggling to eat properly. It's just it costs more money, obviously, for groceries now, and unless you're wealthy, which most of us aren't, it's going to have some sort of effect on you. Putin, what up, my brother? Cheers to you. Um, Eggs have gone down. Yeah, that was the only thing Mrs. V complained to me about. She's like, Jesus fucking Christ, that same bag of chicken that we've been buying went from $20 to $26. And I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty good fucking jump. B says eggs here are down to $4.59. Is that for a dozen, B? I mean, that's not terrible. That's not cheap. That's not bad. $5, $4.50 for a dozen eggs. We always get 18 packs. They're free range chicken or eggs that we get. I think she does. Well, we'll buy them from wherever, but I think it was like $8.99 or something like that for the last 18 pack we bought, which isn't terrible. I don't know, I guess whatever, right? 50 cents an egg. Putin says you have to get into Beans TV and crockpot it. Yeah, I do, brother. It's just, what about like Mrs. V, you know? And I know she's going to have to learn to do it. You know, I love beans. There's no beans that I won't eat. Don't I just like wax beans or, string beans. They're not like my favorite, but they're fine. Yeah, beans, I know it. Well, I love my pea soup. I make that shit all through the fucking year, warmer, hot summer days or not. And then I don't do full crock pots of beans like you do. I think Putin says he does one once a week or something. He makes a batch of beans, but I always have a bag of dried black-eyed peas because that's my favorite bean on hand, and I'll cook a small stock pot full of those for myself for a couple days. I think it's just the thing with wives. Bill says, honestly, the wealthy people I know feel it, not that they can't afford it, but they're rich because they watch that shit. Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't do well just by blowing money hand over fist. Like last night, I said, had those times raising the kids when money just flew out the window. You couldn't stop it. Yeah, right on. Cook a batch every week. I don't do it quite that much, but yeah, I have I don't know, I guess it'd be a quart pot that I do of black-eyed peas every once in a while. Yeah, that's a good source of protein. I agree. And probably much healthier for you. Beans and toast. Yeah, I'm like that, I don't know. My being raised in the Southern family, that's where I got the love for black-eyed peas. We had them with just about every fucking meal. I'm not kidding you. Yeah, I noticed that shit. Putin, like you probably don't eat a lot of red meat, so that's why it gets hot, is hard on your belly when you do have it. Like when I got out of jail, and then I like on the way home we went straight for Burger King. Oh my god, I could only eat half the hamburger, and then yeah, within 30 40 minutes it was tearing my gut up. Yeah, right on, Bill. We all had those go-to dishes, easy ones while we were growing up and when we were raising the kids. For me, Bill, when I was growing up, the go-to dish for mom was noodles, elbow noodles and tomato juice. I'm not kidding you. Like a fucking poorest ass fucking version of spaghetti I ever did have in my life, man. And now there's times I haven't made it, but there's times I'm like, just a little bowl of some tomato juice and warm noodles sounds good. Jim asked how I feel about fried catfish. I am not a fan of catfish. Jim, I'm really picky about my fish. I like light, very light flavored. Like, I'm trying to think of another example that's a little bit more flavorful fish that is really high quality that I don't really care for. Like, I won't eat like trout. I don't care for trout. Yeah, I don't eat catfish because it's just always too fishy. I mean, I wouldn't be eating them sons of guns around out of the rivers around here, anyways. Even though our rivers have gotten a lot more clean in like the last 20 years, the kid does. I'm like, that shit's gross, man. I'm like, don't be fucking eating shit out of the Grand River, you dumb dumb. I know it's huge, Jim, down south. Yeah, catfish is something I just never could get into. Jim tells me to turn in my Mississippi card. Yeah, see, I knew Mac would be mentioning how he likes the trout. I think that's how me and Mac first met on Venus Stream. We were yapping about fishing. I like bluegill. I like some salmon. The kid will bring home steelhead, which is trout basically, right? But I don't like them out of the rivers. Like they go and get these steelhead out of the lake. But is that my phone? Do you guys hear that? Do you guys hear a emergency warning? Hold on. Mrs. V said, "Holy shit, I got a tornado warning, you guys. Hold on." Holy shit, you guys. I got to check the radar a second. I've never, ever had a tornado warning from come across my phone, ever. I feel like I should probably maybe be getting in the basement or something, but Fuck, we don't have tornadoes that take us out here. You guys about to watch me die on camera. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't have my fucking mic switched over to that other scene. No, so I was just saying, as you guys seen it was still over the lake, so I don't see how there could be a fucking tornado warning. A tornado watch, maybe, but there, for one, there's no such thing as a tornado over a lake. It's a water spout, which I get it. It's the same damn thing, but how can they throw up a warning? It didn't, I don't know. They must have had something on the ground somewheres, but I don't think it was anywhere near me. It just said tornado warning in this area, and it's like, what area? I don't have a pogo stick, B. My Yogi Bear cartoons? Putin says TV will be streaming from inside the tornado. Yeah, I hate that. God, I hate when I fucking forget to get my audio straight like that. I know it's probably annoying as fuck for you guys too. It happened. Hey, I watch all kinds of professional streamers that do it all the time. Not that I'm a professional, I'm just saying. Did you guys see the radar though? Did that come up on this stream? See, Mrs. V didn't get a warning on her phone. That was the strangest thing. I don't know if something got changed on my phone, but I have never in my life gotten a tornado warning. I don't ever even usually get storm warnings. I don't know. Something must have fucking reset on my phone or some bullshit. right, let me bring my audio with me this time. Check. All right. I don't think it's as bad. I'm glad I got the lawn mowed. Now it's going to get a nice drink. I don't think it's as bad as whatever the fuck that warning was about. I don't get it. I don't see. The storm is just barely on shore. Yeah, that's fun. I don't know. Strange, man. Whatever. Yeah, you guys might be able to see my pointer going back and forth. So, like, just about maybe 10 miles, 50, even though the dunes are all the way back to where I am, there's a peak point about 7 or 8 miles in, maybe not even quite that far in from the shoreline, where we have our highest dunes, 200, 250 feet. And so those folks between the dunes and the shoreline are actually protected from tornadoes because the shit just lifts right when that storm comes on shore. Though it meets those dunes, and just like in the mountain areas on the coast, right? The storm just lifts right up over the land because of the dunes. But then when it comes back down the dunes the other side, that's when we normally get really wicked straight line winds from a storm like this. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks pretty heavy duty, but I ain't worried about no tornado. And we've had plenty of we've gotten a lot of had a lot of tree work done around here recently, so which is cool. Like, I've gotten a shit ton of wood earlier this spring from all the line work they were doing. And I think I was telling somebody, one of you guys, that the neighbor hooked me up with just bought that house and has like fucking a shit ton of wood he wants cleared out of his swamp area. But hopefully, like, all our power lines are good around here now. They've really, I'm shocked. They've been going to town and making it a lot better. But we'll see in a few minutes. Yeah, let me check and see if that finished downloading, Mac. Probably. Yeah. Gosh darn it. I need another camera. I'd love to have one set up outside. Even though it's pitch black out there, it's probably getting to be a pretty good lightning show. Oh, nice. All right, hey you guys, here's Macaroni playing some Black Sabbath. That sounds pretty good, Mac. Yeah, for sure. Jim, I swear to God, that was weird. Like, I scrolled back yesterday and the hummingbirds were scarce yesterday. I don't know. I don't know if the oriole and if it's a finch that's a gray finch that's been fucking and it seems like they come together. I don't know why a Oriole and finch would be hanging out, but it's a large finch. It's got a fucking beak like a god shaped like a fucking parrot. But I don't know if they're like starting to get on the hummingbird's nerves or what. But the motherfucking Oriole has been just rants trying to get, it can't get anything out of the fucking hummingbird feeder, so I don't know what its gig is, but Bill says if you put red shoes on now, wherever you end up, just click your heels together and you'll be home before you have to fight flying monkeys. Putin. Oh, that is my area, Putin, for sure. I'm dead center of it. You guys could, if you click the link that Putin just shared, there is a tornado warning. I'm right dead center in it. That's fucking strange. How can there be there has to have been one seen on the ground for him to issue a warning, right? That just doesn't make sense. I think they're fucking getting a little bit worked up. I think that NWS needs to reel it in. I could do a stream. Can we have can we just put the tornado warning off for Can we put the tornado off for a couple hours? Thanks for sharing that, Putin. Yeah, I told Mrs. V to come and grab me if she got any more notices or anything started getting sketchy. I have the air conditioner running behind me and my headphones on, so I can't really hear shit that's going on around me. Which is better. I don't want to hear death coming. Well, now I'm having problems with. You guys might lose me though. I mean, not death wise, but like the stream might. Don't freak out if the stream goes down. I'll get on my phone. If the stream goes down, I'll get on my phone to let you know that I'm buried under a house. I tell you what, this thing is approaching, so maybe as it gets starts not. All right, now my lights are starting to freak out. I might leave you guys for a minute and go down in the living room so I can, because we have the sliding glass door that faces west, right out into our backyard, so I'll be able to get some nice shots of it. Yeah, that's very close. I'll give it a couple more minutes and then I'm probably going to get off my chair. It's getting loud too. No, I'm kidding. All right, I'll stop the morbid death jokes. Nobody's going to die today. All right. I'm going to go make another cocktail and check that. Yeah, my lights are flashing. All right. I have my phone. I can see that we're going to lose power. My lights are flashing like mad. I can't believe the computer didn't reset yet. All right, you guys hang tight. I will be right back. I'm going to go make another drink and sit down in the living room for just a second with Mrs. V and watch this thing roll in, all right? I'm gonna keep the son of a bitch. There's probably some cams I could. It's too late now. It's already past this. I could have got a lakeshore cam up for you guys. Shit dizzle. There's another one not far down the road from me, but see, I think it's gonna fall apart. It's gonna weaken by the time it actually gets to me. That's about 5 minutes behind. Did you guys see that? The lights flashing. All right, hang tight. I'll be right back. I'm back. I think that was it. Let me see if I can find you guys. I tried to get a little video footage out my slider, but no good like clear lightning strikes, but it was a light show, is a light show. It didn't even get that shitty here. I mean, like, there was no huge wind gust that freaked me out. It got loud, one or two boomers. Check, check. Audio should be up, brother. Yeah, should have audio. All right, thanks, Putin. Yeah, CBS in Kalamazoo.
That box up. We're talking about not only 70-mile-per-hour winds in Allegheny and Van Buren County for those warnings, but also the potential there for an 1 3/4 diameter hail.
It looks like Allegan County, they just updated the tornado warning, or they issued a new one entirely, Keith. Yeah, they issued a new one entirely.
Okay,
so let me switch this over to something a little cleaner, just so we can.
So Allegan County is about 50 miles south of me.
So we're talking about new polygon.
Saugatuck, Benville, right along M89, over toward M40, Hamilton, you're in there, as well as Holland, and then right on up, I-196 here. So we're talking about Jensen, for example. You're in this tornado warning all the way up to around Port Sheldon, and then moving over here to GR and Kent County, or the west side of GR and the Kent County line here. So this tornado warning, this is radar indicated that it's now the second active tornado warning that we have. I wonder if this is related to that velocity you were looking at over the lake just a few moments ago.
That's what I was just checking, Keith, and I don't think it is. It sounds like it's mainly just this leading edge that's moving in, because they said a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Holland State Park, 7 miles west of downtown Holland, moving east at 40. So this one's a little bit slower moving. Let me switch this over and just see what their reference. I think it'll work. Yeah, go down there.
I need to be on max. Can I get max, or are you on max?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to be working on this here. We're going to try to get a view from.
Additionally, I'll put a.
I can't take a lot though, right?
No,
All
just
right.
don't move.
All right, I'm going to keep that up. I'm going to keep that window open. Yeah, no worry, Putin. It could have been either. It could have been me just as easily, right? Don't be surprised if you lose audio for real from me later. Putin says 13,000 people without power in my area. Yeah, storm moving at 55 miles an hour. It fell apart. Well, it didn't like fall apart, but it definitely weakened by the time it actually got to my house. Well, that's good. I've been watching the fucking weather forecast, and I was worried that it was just going to be pretty warm and dry. Like, we haven't really been getting enough rain. This is awesome. I hope everybody, obviously there's no major damage or anybody hurt, but God, we needed this rain. Good. I think that was it, other than south of me. Looks like my little hometown of Grand Haven is going to get hit hard. What the fuck? That's so strange. I know Holland State Park has a webcam, but it's not live right now. Maybe it got knocked out from the storm, but I don't even see it up. So South Haven is probably too far from where the storm. Yeah. It's already past Grand Haven pretty much. Yeah, I was just gonna try and bring up a local webcam on the beach there, but I should have thought about that 30 minutes ago.
Earlier, Zealand, like you're right in the line of where I possibly see this tornado warning in this rotation area passing. And then eventually I would say crossing I-196 as well. Now is not the time, just in general, folks, with how many severe thunderstorm warnings we have. Now is the time to be sheltering in place at your home. Stay put. This is not the time to run a quick errand if you're in Kalamazoo. I'll just be straight.
I don't know about some of these. A little bit overly dramatic, these weather people. Nobody's going out fucking running errands, buddy. For one, it's freaking 10 o'clock at night. All right, well, that excitement's over. The Democrats are Satanist chatter says MAGA has Facebook groups fronting as anti-Trump to collect Democrats' information and report them to Child Protective Services, to welfare fraud, and to getting them fired from their jobs. And how is that working out, Pumpkin? by coming in here and chatting, I can go to your channel and then start gathering all the information I need on you. Did you know that? Anyways, you guys, I'm assuming the Democrats are Satanists. Is Dave Incel, the pretend California Marine? Wolf Creek? Yeah, I never heard of Wolf Creek, Pumpkin. I'm near Wolf Lake. You chuds really, there's no excuse. I'm not blaming you, chuds, but you really do bring out the worst in me. It's all on me, but you bring out the worst in me. I'd fucking shit on your front porch, David, I'm telling you. I'd fucking lay a fucking nice juicy deuce right on your front porch, dude. That's what I think of you. That's how much you worry me. So that storm totally fucking disrupted my whole flow, gosh darn it. We were just getting rambling about planes, trains, and bone saws. Yeah. Imagine having to pretend you were a former Marine to a chat room full of strangers. So Davin is not a fan, like he has no respect for libs, but yet he spends so much of his time trying to impress us. That was it. It's probably just about gonna be clear skies now. Looks like they changed our forecast for tomorrow. I think it was 85 today. And it's going to be cooling off dramatically, but yeah, they're saying 82 for tomorrow again, then 57 on Saturday. That's West Michigan for you. 30-degree temperature difference there in one day. That's disgusting. So it's going to be 85, 82 on Friday, and then in the 50s and 60s for the next 10 days. Whatever. I'll be able to turn my air conditioner off already. Oh yeah. You guys want to hear some dirty lettuce? I do.
His brother just finished school, got his bachelor's degree, and Jaden forgot that his mom was doing a dinner for all of that. So Jaden will be here later after his brother's graduation dinner. So, Harry Cleavage. That'd be a good screen name, Harry Cleavage. Oh, we're rolling live on TV2. Right on. Fuck yeah. What's up, TV2 people? Yeah, throw some shit in the comments. We're gonna play in a second. Like I said, I hit the live stream because I was running late. I literally got off a plane a couple hours ago, got home, went to the grocery store, said hi to my dogs, cooked some dinner, and here I am. It's like fucking jet lag supreme. So, bed feet, what's going on? I was just talking about you live streaming yourself sleeping. That was fucking awesome. Funny as shit. What's up, talking about tigers? You know, I was just in Detroit. What's up, talking about tigers? You know, I was just in Detroit and the Tigers hit a walk-off single to sweep the Red Sox.
Well, of course, I'm from Boston area.
Flops, you're bed feet. Yeah.
However, though, the Sox did win a couple of World
Destroyer
Series.
VR, what's up? Talking about Tigers. I should say it properly. How are you? Thank you, Destroyer. Talking about Tigers. Welcome to the basement. Bed feet, much love to you. Bed feet, you can actually play some acoustic guitar. VR, I tried to keep up and watch everybody, but I was on vacation too, so. Oh, Croc Flops wants me. Okay. What's up, Brody? I've been instructed by Lord Croc Flops to come over and give John a bro hug with my hairy cleavage.
Crockpots. That's kind of a cool name. Crockpots. Yeah, it's fucking insane. I started to watch the Zelensky presser too in Turkey there. So I was wondering what was going on with that mineral deal. Like, obviously, there can't be any development going on as far as that goes with the war raging. That's got to piss Trump off. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe he's just like, doesn't, like he doesn't give a fuck that Putin made him look like a complete fucking clown that he is, Yeah, that's... and hopefully, you guys, is what's going to happen is that we will just continue to get aid packages approved for Ukraine through all this. I'm hoping Trump is just completely fucking frustrated with Putin, and because I guess either Trump is going to show some sort of support for Zelensky, or he's just never going to speak about it. We're not going to have any much information on what is going on. My main concern or thoughts are just, hopefully we're going to be able to, hopefully Trump gives some sort of approval for continued aid to Ukraine. I mean, it's going to be hell for them. They're running out of bodies. Yeah, Bill says pretty much when Donald sent an email to come to D.C. on January 6th, it will be wild. SCOTUS gave him immunity. Hey, did any of you guys listen to the Supreme Court arguments today on birthright citizenship? That was pretty good. What's his name? Fucking Sauer or whatever. The fucking Trump attorney. He got fucking filleted. what a fucking dickweed, right? Like, he's going into those hearings, into those arguments, knowing that it's just a crock of shit what he's trying to fucking push. I don't get it. Probably just like, well, I'll just go up there and do my, just doing my job. God damn it. Hold on, my streaming software flakes after a while, and I gotta renew my window capture to get, like, it wouldn't show up. I don't know why that cracks me up so much. I mean, he doesn't look bad in that picture, Putin. Honestly. The motherfucker's a mess. It's so much shit. I couldn't. The audio was terrible with some of the, like, when Trump was walking through meeting people in Qatar. And, God, where else was he today? I guess, the UAE, I think maybe. What, he visited Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and, United Arab Emirates. Pope shit. Oh, that's hilarious. The caption says, "Hey Donald Trump, look what Elon Musk AI did." Good stuff. Pope shits on everything. Pope shit and bricks. Yeah. Hang on a second, guys. I'll be right back. I am being addressed. Jay, I like that. Those stats. Jay says 32% of registered voters picked Donald Trump. 31% of registered voters picked Harris. 1% picked a third party. And 36% of registered voters voted for their apathy by staying home. The only landslide was for apathy and the couch fuckers. Agreed. Yeah, 32% is not even a third, right? Bill says, Jay, why is SCOTUS advocating for Boeing, a private company? I don't know if I seen that. I listened to, I don't know, probably a half an hour or so of the birthright citizenship thing. The only argument that they had was, well, like, you know, SCOTUS's main point was, what about children born here that their parent was here illegally, right? Their mother is illegal, or they don't have a parent, mother or father that is here legally, whether they're a citizen or not. I think they said, I forgot what it was, 7,000 kids born in New Jersey every year to illegal parents or whatever. The president. I'm looking for them. They're on the other side of my... Yeah, they're on the other side of my monitor, my glasses. What did I misread? Oh, the POTUS advocating for... I said SCOTUS, didn't I? Yeah. Jesus Christ, do we got another chud here that I can't see? That shit pisses me off. You guys get sick of them, just remove them. I can't see what they're saying. Unless I open a fucking incog window. God, that pisses me off about YouTube. It's like, if I block someone on a different chat, I should still be able to see them in my streams, damn it. Yeah, Bill, you asked that earlier, right? I thought it was 4 bills, so 5 bills passed into law so far with this Congress. Bill says every single executive order will be canceled on January 20th, 2028. Oh, yeah. Putin says it's just Dave Incel as traveling chatter. Yeah, you guys can get rid of him whenever if he gets annoying. But yeah, Bill, that's something the Trumpers have been like just fucking all up in arms about. Trump signing another executive order. It's like, how many what was it, 90 some percent have already been deemed illegal of the ones he signed already. And I mean, they're whatever going through the court and appeals process, I'm guessing. Nels, what's up, brother? Cheers to you. Cheers. Dirty lettuce.
Fuck it. I don't think I've ever played that before. That was fun. What's up, Carlos?
Ow.
Heather, good to see you. I know we said hi earlier, but always good to see you, Heather. Gary, what's going on?
Had to check in with Dirty Lettuce. Seattle basement band. Han was in Detroit this week. Jay says the both sides are bad people always pick the greater of the two evils. Oh, I can't remember what the fuck I watched late. It was incredible, though. They were... The fucking brainwashing thing is odd, man. Like, they just, like... I don't know. I guess I was so close to being there at one point. Where I just didn't need, it's getting to the point where I didn't need evidence because there was so many fucking people who believed some crazy bullshit. I thought, how could all these people be wrong, right? Like, there's got to be more to it, even if they're not right about everything. I mean, I wonder seriously how folks like Tide, for instance, how they feel day to day. Like, they must be in complete anxiety with all the shit that they think is going on behind their back. It's fucking hilarious, man. It is. Sometimes it just fucking kills me. It's like, holy shit. Do you not? I mean, for fuck's sake. Just stop and listen to yourself and think about what you're saying for a minute. Try to step outside of the fucking circle and look at your words, man. It's fucking insane. Yeah, I don't have anything to smoke on camp. I got my... I got my citrus haze. Or citrus kush dabs. So I've only tried it once. I might be able to get another hit off my vape pen. Nels, how you doing anyway, brother? I think the last time I seen you, me and you and Putin were yapping, and you were on a little mushroom adventure. That was funny shit. Fucking Nelson told me and Putin to eat a bag of dicks, gentlemen. Nelson was all fucked up on shrooms, and he says to me and Putin, eat a D sandwich, gents. I got this. Dude, I was fucking cracking up. Yabber dabber doos. Yeah, this fucking week went by. Holy. It's good though, I guess. A week went by and now it's July. I finally got it off and my girlfriend, she cried, you got stink foot. Bow-do-do-do, yeah. Nels is in Louisville at his cousin's. They do lots of ice. Couple ounces a week. Yikes. Ice, that's like crystal meth, right? Isn't it hard to make that shit nowadays? Don't they limit how much amphetamines you can buy from pharmacies nowadays or some shit? Isn't that what you need to fucking... Isn't that what gets you stoned, is the amphetamines or whatever it is? Methamphetamines? Man, that shit be nasty though, brother. Holy. I've seen it fucking ruin some fucking... I've seen it fucking steal some years from some folks, that's for sure. No worry, Nelson. No worries, brother. I wasn't offended. I knew you were buzzed and... Yeah. No, so sorry about the bag of dick sandwich comment. Not even sure what we're disagreeing about. We were just trying to get you out of the house you were hanging out in. Trying to get you out into nature while you were on your shroomy venture.
Window. John acknowledges you, Window, by shredding. Let us get through this one and then we'll talk. Holy shit, there's the E. I believe it's a 74, Michael.
74 Les Paul. That dude does shred pretty good. I don't know how long those two have been playing together, but they are pretty tight. No, I'm jealous, Nelson. Like, I can't be... I don't know. I don't have, like, connections anymore. It's been a while since... It's been a couple years since I've had any mushrooms. I was hoping to find some last night or this morning, but didn't happen. It was the first warm night last night that we had that was kind of damp, so... Putin, you missed it last night. Me and Fred and Mac were writing a song for King Tide. Something about corn liquor and a cornhole liquor. Anti-Joe Biden Republican. 86-46. It's kind of late. $86.46. Cool classic MTV hoodie there. Man, I tell you, that blue MTV hoodie, imagine if it was just a TV2 logo instead of MTV. How cool would that be? Pretty fucking cool. Oh, look at that. Breakfast Club, one of my favorite movies. Man, that ain't bad. That don't seem bad for a fucking jersey shirt. $21 for a long sleeve black jersey shirt. That'd be fucking badass. I think I was selling my compulsive disorder long sleeve jersey shirts for $20 30 fucking years ago. Putin says King Tide and the wokey right are freaking out about Comey's post that said 86-47. Ha! That's funny. Yeah, they have very limited memories. Or it's just, what do you call that? Where they choose to only hear or remember what they want. Oh, there's King Tide. Look at that. Speak of the princess. King Tide says threatening the president of the United States is a crime. I tell you what, James is fucking cracking me up, Tide. 1 minute, Trump is standing there, then boom! His ear was fucking gone. Trump flopped like a fucking octopus at a hockey game. Tide says 86 means to remove, not to get kicked out unless you're a former college football player working at a college bar. Yeah, I guess. 86 means you're out of, right? Cancel it. Yeah, Putin says, I don't care. They just want to terrorize themselves with more fake stuff, of course. Ty, did you see the shirt? 8646? James is, we all know James, right? He doesn't need any sort of explaining or definition attached to him, but son of a gun, man. Sometimes he is just so over the top, it fucking cracks me up. 1 minute Trump was standing there, then boom, his fucking ear was gone. Hey, Tide, Trump threatens us every fucking day. Nobody here threatens Trump, you dipshit. Nobody's saying, hey, I'm going to go do harm to Trump. Nobody, like, I would not wish or want to see anything happen to Trump physically, right? But if it did, now, I hope I'm clear about that. I would never, ever wish for or want to see, hope to see something happen to Trump, right? That said, if it did, I'd have about, I don't know, probably less than 0 fucks to give. I just, it's like having some sort of compassion for Charles Manson, right? Or John Wayne Gacy, right? Feeling bad for Trump being hurt is showing compassion to, like, some of the worst of that humanity has ever produced. I don't, it's not like it's a healthy thing, but I don't see it as a bad thing, right? He's just a pile of shit. Why, seriously, it's like giving a fuck if a car runs over a fucking pile of dog shit. You don't want to see that car get shit all over its wheels, but he threatens our national security. He threatens liberals every fucking, yeah, anyways. Tide, is that the point you've gotten to, that you're just going to cover your ears and go, ba, 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 ba. I can't hear the truth, TV. I can't hear the truth. Trump never threatened to come after fucking liberals for being liberals. Trump never threatened to fucking come after people who voted for Democrats just because they voted for Democrats. Right? That never happened, did it, Tide? Ba, 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 ba. Tide, it's funny. You used to be in a position where at least some of us thought there was hope for you. But it's just not ignorance on your part anymore. It's choosing to deny reality. And so I think that's a huge difference. Like, you're consciously aware that you're just doing everything you can to avoid accepting the reality of the situation, and that is that Trump is a really, really lousy leader and, no better of a human. Yeah, Putin says, I don't dig political violence, especially assassination attempts. Of course, because it just tends to make shit worse, right? Like, not that look, we all spend a lot of time in politics and discussing different stuff with each other and different folks. But back when this, during the campaign when this shit was going down, like, we had to think, or at least, I had the thought, man, what if somebody did take Trump out? That would eliminate him as a problem. But it would create a whole new problem, right? In the name of Trump, in a sense. And so, though we've seen MAGA say shit like, the assassination attempts is what helped Trump win. I don't disagree with that being a factor. I don't know if if there was for one, there wasn't any just one thing that helped Trump win. It was, like Jay mentioned earlier, a bunch of fucking apathetic folks stroking their fucking bean instead of voting. And obviously the assassination attempts probably might have had some sort of boost. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to vote for somebody just because somebody tried to kill him. I mean, it doesn't change what Trump's politics are and who he is. So, but I guess I get that it could have. What is Trump winning, Tide? You like, seriously, Tide, I'd be willing. Do you want a wrench? Do you want to fucking grab your bootstraps and act like a fucking adult? I'll give you a wrench and you can start proving us wrong. You show us the proof of the trillions of dollars now that you guys are calling with a T instead of billions, which I think is just, a lot of promises made, but when does that come? When does all that transpire, Tide? I can sit there and say I'm investing in America too, and if I don't ever it doesn't go any further. It's just like the mineral deal with Ukraine. Yay, Trump made a mineral deal that isn't going to go anywhere for a while until some major shit changes, right? What is Trump winning? I mean, I'd love to talk. I'm really pissy, even though I guess I don't have a right to be like, I should just get off my ass and figure it out myself. Though I'm being honest with you guys. I don't know that I'm a capable enough researcher to really get to the bottom, to really put it together so it's not just a clusterfuck of 3 or 4 hours of bullshit me fucking spewing. But like the Doge cuts, obviously none of us have seen any evidence of fraud. There hasn't been any arrests made. The only thing is there's just been a lot of firings, which sure, you can say, yeah, we saved money by cutting these people's jobs, but those jobs were put into place at one point because we thought that there was a reason for it, right? And it's only Trump that's decided they're not legitimate or positions, or there's no gain, or they're not productive positions, right? Where's all the evidence for this shit, Tide? These are the big things. So you got supposed investment in America, which just is not transpiring right now, right? There's no factories being built. All this bullshit with the tariffs. There's not one motherfucking groundbreaking going on yet, and probably won't be. Let's be honest. The Doge bullshit. Where's all the evidence for that? Tide, have you ever bothered to click on some of Elon Musk? Like, if you just fucking go to the Doge site and you click on any of their fucking links of proof of fraud, is all it does is bring you to a fucking opinionated Twitter comment? I mean, how come you guys don't call that simple shit out? Because it doesn't matter? Because you know that those of us who are calling it out, it doesn't matter if we call it out. We have nothing to... it doesn't benefit us at all. Like, there's nothing more we can do but call it out as bullshit that it is. Of course you don't want a wrench. Then you wouldn't have an excuse for not fucking proving us wrong, you fucking dipshit. Jay says Doge hackers claim that they cut 150 billion. They could only give actual receipts for less than half of that. The IRS says Doge cuts will prevent over 500 billion in revenue from being collected. Right. So there's a huge just disconnect. We cut less than 75 billion in programs and jobs for Americans, and it costs us 500 billion. Are they saying that is efficiency? Right. It's just bullshit. I mean, it's a fucking complete con job, right? And honestly, I just don't give, I'm not willing to give the Trumpers the benefit of the doubt that they don't understand it. I think they're fucking ignoring it. It's not that difficult. You can just click these links and they go nowhere and provide absolutely zero proof of any sort of misappropriations, any sort of waste even. And I have not stopped saying this. You're always going to be able to find waste, whether it's in your own home or a business, a small business, big business, the government. There's always going to be some place you can be a little bit more efficient, right? Has anybody ever claimed once that our government, especially the United States government, as being efficient? Probably not. Tide says Trump just made a $1.4 trillion deal with the UAE over the next 10 years. Yep, nothing happening. What's the details on that, Tide? What do you mean a $1.4 trillion deal? With about what? Investing in what? United Arab Emirates to build the biggest AI campus outside U.S. and Trump deal by bypassing China worries. Oh my God, Tide, how bad are you, dude? Woo! How is that? Can you explain to me how that's invested in the United States? Wow. Dubai, Reuters. The United Arab Emirates and the United States have signed an agreement for the Gulf country to build the largest artificial intelligence campus outside the United States, a type of deal that previously faced restrictions over Washington's concerns that China would access the technology. Well, you know. I mean, UAE is a different Arab country, without a doubt, right? But still. I don't see how that's I don't know. Maybe Tide can explain to my dumb ass how that's investing in how that's going to create jobs for the United States. The countries did not say which AI chips from NVIDIA or other companies could be included. And see, Tide, it's just a lot of generalizations and outlines of a possible investments and some ideas kind of all mixed in there, and absolutely nothing solidified. Not a fucking thing, which is exactly what I figured. I mean, that's funny. You're a character. Putin says the deal with the UAE is expected to enable the Gulf country to build, data centers vital to develop an artificial intelligence models. The countries did not say which AI chips would be. Yeah, it's fucking insane. Hey, Tide, tell us. Tide, I wanted to ask you. Didn't you mention something about the Saudis doing a big investment in the United States? How does that work for BRICS? Is it too soon? Putin says the AI agreement includes the UAE committing to invest in, build, or finance U.S. data centers that are at least as large and as powerful as those in the UAE. Reporting from Doha and Qatar, AI or Al Jazeera's Hashim, Jesus Christ, Putin, did you have to put the whole name down? I got to get this right. Al Jazeera's Hashim Ahibarera said such a deal had been a national security concern for Washington in the past, right? Because of China, the threats of China stealing the technology, right? King Tide says Sheikh Mohammed of the UAE announced a 1.4 in the U. Yes, Tide, we got that, dude. Why are you so afraid of details? Do you see what Putin's posting? Did you see the article that I just read? Putin says Albarara, God damn it, Albarara. It pisses me off. I can't. I'm not getting it. Ahilbera. Yeah, I'm never going to get it. Said the deal was a significant step for the UAE positioning it as the most important player in artificial intelligence, followed by Saudi Arabia. Yeah, no worries, no worries, Putin. I'm OCD, brother. I want to be able to get that shit right. You guys know I'm not a well-educated man. Pronunciation sometimes is tough for me. Fred says he had a black Tide for the laughs. Apparently Dave Incel is still here. Fred says, Tide, what happened to the $200 billion Foxconn deal with his first term? Putin says he actually got shit for saying he could win. Yeah, I think a few of you guys know I got stuck on France 24 for a while, but I pretty much own the only news, like mainstream media, that I watch or listen to in any length at all is Al Jazeera. And it's not, I don't fool myself that they're not, I don't know if bias is the right word. They probably just lean a little bit more liberal, I guess, but I mean, you're not going to see them praising Israel for anything, probably, but they don't make up shit as far as I can tell. All right. I know I was in and out earlier and then got called, but I do have to do a quick BRB. You guys have already wasted a perfectly good 2 hours of your time, and I appreciate it. I'm going to do a BRB and come right back and yap a little bit longer for sure. I'm in the mood. You guys want to hear? Should we hear some Dirty Lettuce while I'm on break? While I do a little bathroom break? Here is Dirty Lettuce. This is Han Solo's channel. These guys are old Gen Xers, like myself and most of us here. and they are a Seattle band. Really cool fellas. They just fucking freestyle, man. They just fucking freestyle. So
Young Jaden will be here, and he'll play some bass. So we'll have another guy for a little while.
All right, be right back.
My pronouns are dazed and confused. Thanks, Window. I think you're talking to us. I don't know what we've been watching. I've honestly been listening to music that my dad listens to for the last 4 days. So one of them was what's that guy's name? I listened to this one song, and I eventually will try it. It's, you ever heard the song? Ronald Benson? I think it's George Benson. Turn your love around. I can show you how. I was listening to that. My dad was listening to it. I'm like, that's a sick song, dude. Anybody ever heard Turn Your Love Around by George Benson? Yeah, my dad, I was shocked. Usually he listens to a lot of doo-wop and 60s, and I got there and he's listening to like fucking soul music. I was like, fuck yeah. So, it was pretty cool. Amateur noun. That's your pronoun, Mr. Haney. Mr. Haney is an amateur noun. Mr. ain't a Mr. no more. Mr. ain't a Mr. no more. Mr. ain't a Mr. no more. He's an amateur noun. He's dazed and confused. Mr. ain't a Mr. no more. He's a dazed and confused. Mr. ain't a Mr. no more. He's dazed and confused. Mr. ain't a Mr. no more. He's dazed and confused. What's up, Magic? Fuck yeah, Magic in the house. Lots of love coming your way, Magic. Victoria Chips. Oh, AV's here. AV, did you catch we had a semi-reggae ska version of Creep 2 live streams ago. It's pretty sick.
God, I don't know why I can't deal with that song. Not the one they're playing, but Creep. I know, I'm probably going to catch hell for that. I could never get into that song. I don't like slow shit. It's like a fucking crybaby song. Nobody likes me, blah, blah, blah. Drinking corn liquor, smoking corn silk through a corn cob pipe. Old King Tide is a cornhole liquor. He's got himself a goat tonight. All right, what did I do? There we go. Putin says Prince's version of Creep was good. He played at Coachella years ago. Well, anything Prince, I would certainly have given a listen. I'll have to look that up, brother. If I could find a piece of paper. I'm not saying Creep isn't a good song, but yeah, I don't know, man. It was never my thing. It's like nails on a chalkboard, and I'm sure more people feel that way about my music than that song, but I'm okay with that. I don't have any hang-ups. Yeah, food and gas is up. It's not. Gas has been hanging around $3 a gallon here since Biden left office. It was $2.74 a gallon at my local gas station on January 20th, and it's $3.08 or something right now. So it hasn't gone up a ton, but it was up to $3.48 a week and a half ago. It's really been bouncing around a lot here, so I'm not complaining about gas so much. It just nothing, and you know, I try to be fair. Not that I give a fuck about being fair to Trump. I just don't have any desire to be unfair to anyone. Trump said that our energy costs will be cut in half within 12 months of him taking office. He has about, I don't know, 7 months left to make that happen, and energy prices have not even begun to go down. So I'd like to know how at $3 a gallon for gas, for instance, that it's going to be $1.50 a fucking gallon come January. Tide, are you still around? Maybe you can explain that, you fucking Trump genius. Or my electric bill, for instance, Tide, $260 a month. Do you really look, even if you can't assure me that it's going to go down to $130 a month within the next 7 months, is it going to go down at all? Because my guess is no. Not unless I start using less electricity. Oh, are you kidding me? Tide, what do you mean? Is that because Boeing already has 400,000 employees, so they're just going to be able to continue to stay working? Is that what you're saying? Tide says specifically the deal between Qatar and Qatar, however you want to pronounce it. Airways are Boeing between Qatar Airways and Boeing, which includes up to 210 wide-body jets, includes up to, meaning, what's the timeline on this again? I think maybe Tide said 10 years. So that shit can, do you know how that shit works, Tide? Like tomorrow they could cancel it? Do you really think these people rather invest in the U.S. than themselves? And that there isn't some sort of hidden agenda, or that it's all just propaganda? It's all fucking rhetoric, right? Niceties. To support the 210 wide, up to 210 wide body jets is projected to support roughly 400,000 U.S. jobs. Thanks, Putin. I'm not going to play it, brother, but I'll save that clip. Got it. Yeah, it says, Putin says Qatar Airways are buying 210 jets. Yep, Jay says the current gas average is $3.19 according to AAA. I do look at AAA, but usually I look at Gas Buddy. Bill says $260. Sorry for laughing, but Low Tide ain't earned $260 in 10 days. Yeah, the dude, he's a trip. I don't want to fucking get into it. I just like calling him out on his bullshit. He thinks everybody, all these people think nobody buys groceries or gas or watches the news or ever did any sort of work in their life. It's fucking straight and don't know how anything works. Yeah. Yeah, and Putin says it's over the next 10 years, which 210 planes or jets over 10 years is what, 21 jets a year? Tide, that's fine. Tide, nobody said you made up the bullshit. I'm just saying it's bullshit. It's like the fucking Keystone Pipeline. Jesus Christ. I'm not the fucking most well-searched, researched, or smartest, most informed guy. Not even fucking close. It's not that difficult to look into the fucking bullshit detail, to look into the details and fucking weed out the bullshit of this stuff, like the Keystone Pipeline. I had to go around with that idiot Watch with Wayne from fucking Canada. Fucking Biden's killing a bunch of fucking American and Canadian jobs. It's like the fuck he is. And I begged that dude with the most calm, respectful, the best vocabulary, most intelligible vocabulary I could come up with. I begged him, tell me who is benefit in Canada, who's going to benefit from this fucking Keystone Pipeline deal, other than because of the different situation they have there, where a certain amount of oil revenues go into whatever, general fund that they have. I forget what it's called. The same thing that Norway has, right? I mean, that's basically what Canada has, but not at near the intensity and awesomeness that Norway has. But so that's the only, it wasn't killing any jobs. They said could be, the most I seen was up to like 1,900 jobs for the Keystone Pipeline for the first 2 years. And then it would have literally went down to less than 100. Once everything was up and together and running, it would take a handful of people. And obviously I know most of you folks get this shit, so I'm not trying to talk down to you. It would be a fucking handful of jobs that would be necessary to run it, right? And I think that's the thing. Are you fucking kidding me, Tide? How could any one goddamn deal create 400,000 jobs? I don't give a fuck what Google says. Just use your brain, dude. Just use common sense. Right. See, Putin says the point is deals and investments can go sideways. For an example, the Foxconn. The thing is, Putin is, and I agree with you, they are likely to go sideways in some way at some point when we're dealing with other sovereign nations, right? This isn't like just, companies inside of America making deals, right? And I know you get this. I'm just trying to explain it for Tide. There's no doubt the deal will change, right? I'm sure I try not to speak for Putin because he's a pretty bright fella, but I think you would agree with that there is no doubt that at a minimum some of the minor details will change, and it's likely to be much more so than that. Putin says that is true regarding the pipeline TV. Yeah, exactly. Fred says, Tide, it's a promise, not a done deal. Exactly. That's what I was saying a few minutes ago. It's like it's niceties. It's, hey, this is what we would like to see happen. And so we're giving you a gentleman's verbal handshake agreement that this is what we can work towards. Nothing was fucking signed. And even if it gets to that point, you're still dealing with a sovereign nation that are not bound by our fucking laws whatsoever, right? They're going to do what they want to do at the end of the day. Jay says the CPI report says that groceries and gas are up and the overall rate dropped by 0.3%. Is it fake news or not? Yeah, Jay, I seen at the end of April that we were still going to expect a 3% increase in food costs going into the summer. So between now and like August 1st, we're still going to see a 3% increase. That's just the wrong direction. I mean, you guys have not heard me complain about food. I mention it. I'll say, hey, this is the increases I've seen. I'm not sitting here crying about it. And Mrs. V she's way more humble than I am. But yesterday when she was like, honey, do you know what size bag of chicken that is that we get? And she's like, it went up. It went from $20 or $19.99 to $26.99. I'm like, yeah, that's a fuck of that's an increase. Yeah, Putin says they're like the Russia aluminum deal, Kentucky with the Russian company, the Kentucky aluminum deal with the Russian company. You know what though? I have I think is a good question. Why isn't Trump taking American dollars, tax dollars? Why aren't we investing in these companies, in these developments ourselves? Why do we need Russia to come over and invest in a Kentucky aluminum project? Why aren't we Tide, can you answer that? Why the fuck are we not investing in Kentucky? What do you mean I'm so sure of myself, Tide? Tide, I try to base all my opinions on the most pertinent information and relevant facts or information that I have at the time. I'm not like just telling you this is what I think without fucking reading a single word. You know what I mean? And I don't just, as I just said, I don't even fucking go with news articles very often. It's usually, and I learned this from Putin, you know, the best source is just to go right to the fucking government and see what they're claiming. Whether it's the fucking White House presser, you know, press releases that whatever you want to fucking take them with a grain of salt, however much weight you want to give them, at least we can say, look at that and say, we got this from fucking Trump's mouth or from his press releases. The same way we can look at the government official press releases from Qatar or the UAE or Saudis, right? So what do you mean I'm so sure of myself? Why wouldn't I be? How am I predicting the future? Tide says the arrogance of yourself to predict the future. Did I predict the future? Oh, because we were talking about how deals fall apart. That's not predicting the future, Tide. That's looking at history, being smart enough to look at history and go, yeah, this is kind of the flow of things. This is how it generally works out, right? Yeah, that's pretty arrogant on my part to actually look and see what history. Tide, how's the saying go? Future proves past. What a fucking ding dong. You're a fucking funny bunny, Tide. Making me fucking cracking me up tonight. Yeah, no. Yeah, Boone says Tide is just musing and sharing his thoughts like we all do in conversation. Fair enough. I just wonder how he thinks I'm predicting the future by looking back and understanding that this is how stuff has gone in the past. Tide says Trump's been in office for just over 100 days and he isn't moving fast enough for us? Question mark. He hasn't done anything he's promised. Tide, how many people has he... Look, I'm not, whatever. None of us want gang members that fucking here that cross the border illegally. Get them the fuck out of here. Get them out of here put them through court, Tide. Do you hear me? Put those fucking those folks that are here illegally, that are clear gang members, give them their fucking day in court as soon as possible and get them the fuck out of here. Right? How many people has Trump deported, Tide? His groceries gone down? Has energy costs gone down? Has he created any jobs? What was some of the other big campaign promises, you guys? Just reduction in food costs, energy costs, and he was going to deport 21 million illegals. How's that going? How much time does he need, Tide? Are you telling me there's a ramping up period? Because if you go look at and watch any Kristi Noem interviews, press releases, any statements coming from that department, what's going on? I'm not really seeing any great information, Tide. There's no ramping up. I think they hit their peak, buddy. Nope, Tide. Yeah, the American people, what is it why aren't we encouraging American companies to invest in Kentucky, Tide? Why would we allow, if you want to, look, I already understand that it's a global economy and it's never going to change, okay? It's nothing Trump does is going to change that. Ever. It's never going to change. It's never going to lessen our dependence on every other nation that we do business with. It's just not. Is it possible that we could become more independent in some ways in manufacturing? Sure. It's going to take a long time though, and it's going to cost money, and it's not going to benefit the economy in the way you think. It's not like it's just an all-win situation. I don't understand Tide, if you seriously went to school and knew how to manage a kitchen or a restaurant administratively, like the finances part of it, you know this, man. Yes. Well, Tide says you made a prediction about the trade deals or investments, whatever. Yes, I am standing on the fact. I am standing on my words that it will change, Tide. We won't know until that happens, right? It's going to be a long time down the road, and when it happens, then you can come to me and say you were right, TV. It's not about me being right, Tide. It's not that difficult. I mean, I don't have any sort of super secret insight or special insight on this. It's pretty obvious. Because all you have to do is read a little bit of history that you're always crying about people should do. RL, do all alphas get banned? Because that wouldn't be very alpha of you if you got banned. Yes, Tide. Yes, Tide. It's not really a prediction on my part. It's pointing to history and saying, this is what is really, really, really likely to happen. I agree with it. So if me agreeing with history is a prediction, fine. I made a prediction. And I stand by that prediction then, Tide. Those investment deals will fucking change. Probably dramatically. But at least a little bit at a minimum. Man, is Tide drinking? It's unbelievable that you can say such things that aren't true, TV. Like, now what did I say that wasn't true? Tide says, you literally spew crap out of your mouth that isn't even true. Do you guys want to hear a few Tide quotes? He said that the United States government set fire to Maui and killed children, burned children alive so they could steal their parents' homes. That's a Tide quote. I'm sure he'll deny all this, but 100% honest. I have no reason to make up shit. You guys have all seen Tide. So anyways, there's one. Tide says that the United States government burned children, American children, alive to steal their beachfront homes in Maui, right? We have the kid tunnels. Tide swears to God there are tunnels all across America where children are being held and trafficked by the liberals for adrenochrome and to sexually abuse them. Right, Tide? I agree or disagree. Tide is all I want to fucking hear from your dumb ass. Accusing me of spewing bullshit. Because it's not bullshit because you don't like it, Tide. Anyways, so the government's killing children in Maui to steal their land. There's tunnels ran by the liberals where tens of thousands of kids are being trafficked and sexually abused. Tide also says that FEMA is coming in and not helping people in emergency relief situations, but they are stealing their homes. And I don't know, because, association, right? Seeing some of Tide's really close confidants suggest that FEMA is also part of the child trafficking thing. What else do we got, Tide? Oh, the election was stolen. The 2020 election, but not the 2024 election. You're a fucking mess, dude. You're a fucking mess. How many times did you call Biden a fucking pedophile? Who's fucking accused? Who's been convicted of rape? And go ahead and correct me on the exact charges and conviction, Tide. It wasn't rape. Tide, tell chat what Trump was convicted for in a civil court of law. Give me the exact charges, Tide, if you have the balls. Why don't you just be honest and tell us what Trump was convicted for, whether you think it was legit or not? It wasn't rape, was it? What was it? Something that sounds so much better. God, what a dickweed, man. Tide, you can't do what I do and fucking lie. Because you don't get anybody coming and chatting. You don't get any fucking respect. Not that I'm here to get people's respect. I just don't want to. I have no desire to fucking turn them off or lose them, right? Lose their respect. You can't fucking do what I do, Tide, and come in here, sit down for 3 hours unedited and spew bullshit and then not get called out on it. You ever read any of the comments on my streams, Tide? Anybody fucking saying this is where you are lying and full of shit, TV, and then prove it, posting some sort of proof or evidence? I wouldn't be so fucking offended by you saying I'm just spewing lies if you didn't spew so much disgusting fucking made up bullshit. You're a goddamn mess, dude. Do you think that anything you've said here about me is getting people to go, yeah, TV, maybe Tide's right. Maybe TV's just fucking has some sort of fucking personal agenda. Maybe TV's trafficking kids. Maybe. Oh, did Tide switch subjects? Did he pivot now? Yeah, he did. He didn't want to fucking talk about the fucking child trafficking and the DEW weapons and FEMA stealing houses. He didn't want to talk about any of that shit. Of course not. Historic peace deals in the Middle East. Meanwhile, Israel just totally fucking wiped Gaza off the map. We have two nuclear powers that are at each other with Pakistan and India. Bill says not an endorsement. What do you got for us, Bill? Oh, the cramps.
Come on, little mama, let's tear this damn place up. Come on, little mama, let's tear this damn place up. Come on, little mama, let me see you do your stuff.
All right. Bill, Putin, I didn't see either one of you guys last night. I'm going to guess that you both know who Daniel Johnson is. Jesus Christ, this is so good. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. I watched it 2 nights ago, and I just can't stop thinking about it. I don't know. I don't like sad shit, man, but I can't stop thinking about this. It was for TV anyways, it was an extremely moving documentary. Seriously, that's what's been on my mind for the last 2 days. Anyways, Bill, Putin, you guys, anybody else too? I shared it with the chat last night, but it's not a happy documentary, but it's insanely good. I'm pretty calm, Tide. You pissed me off, but I don't like being accused of coming on here spewing bullshit because you don't have, dude, you know, I offered an hour ago to give you a wrench. I don't fucking back down from fucking people challenging me, man. I have nothing to gain by lying to you motherfuckers or creating bullshit. I can be a little satirical, I suppose, at times. Tide, I guess it's not so much maybe that you were accusing me of just coming on here blatantly lying when I've just never ever had anybody do anything but make those same stupid hollow accusations, right? I guess it's more the fact that you are just blatantly, willfully all in on hating America, what we stand for, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. You're so hell-bent on defending Trump that you'll come in here and say I do nothing but spew lies. I tell you what, man, I have some pretty straightforward, tight folks that come in this chat. When you accuse me of being dishonest, you're accusing anybody that supports this channel of being dishonest, Tide. Do you realize that? I mean, you're accusing these folks of turning their head while I spew bullshit. King Tide is a piece of shit. It sucks. I don't know what it is. There's no other chuds that I seem to have more hope for. I don't even know if I have hope for it. I just, I feel like I made a connection with Tide right away because we're the same age, great love for food. I spent a lot of time in the food service industry, not claiming to do anything near or as cool as what Tide has done. And I believe his chef stories for the most part. I just don't get it. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't want to get personal. You have so many things on your plate. I just don't think you understand what you're fucking doing to yourself. But there's 8 billion of us out there. I'm probably not going to get through to anyone. No, right, Tide. Why don't you... Tide says, calling Trump a rapist is a lie, TV. Why don't you tell me what the charge was, Tide? What was he convicted of? Does that sound better? Does sexual abuse sound better than rape? I think it sounds worse, honestly. Clearly, it's not under the description of the law, but I think it sounds worse. And Tide doesn't see civil court as a court of law, which is a crock of shit. It's not a criminal court, Tide. It's a civil court. It's still completely dependent on sound, solid, secure laws, right? Laws that were voted on and passed, Tide. Of course you do. Of course you do. All right, you guys.
All right, you guys.
You have wasted a perfectly
All right,
good
guys.
almost 3 hours.
All
This
right,
was
all
good.
right, you guys.
We had a wild stream. Ty, thanks for coming in, buddy. I mean that. It's nice to
All right.
that you gave
right,
us
you
the
guys,
opportunity to show that
Guys.
we're not that biased. We're not just gonna fucking time you out. I think this has been really, really good in that sense that Tide has helped us show that we won't time people out or ban them from the channel, no matter how much stupid bullshit they spew.
All right, you guys.
All right, you guys.
All right,
Be good. I will see you soon. There's no doubt about it. Remember, Trumpers, you can't be the party of law and order and support a rapist, okay?
You guys.
Peace and love. TV2 out.
All right, you guys. All right, you guys. All right, you guys.